I never thought a few AI-generated photos could make me question my entire marriage. But that morning, while scrolling through a group chat, I saw something that made my hand shake. There I was, wearing a wedding dress, standing next to a man who was not my husband. The images looked real, too real. Everyone was laughing in the chat, but inside me, something cracked. And in that moment, I knew this wasn't just a joke. My name's Sarah. I'm 35 years old, and I've been married for only a few months. My husband and I got married at the end of April. It was supposed to be the happiest chapter of our lives. We were still learning each other's habits, planning our future, even talking about having kids. Everything felt stable, or at least I believed it was. I work in a fast-paced office where co-workers bond quickly. After work, a small group of us often go out for drinks. There's one male co-worker, another female co-worker, and her husband. My own husband is usually invited too, but his long work hours keep him away. At the time, I didn't think much of it. We were just friends. Or so I told myself. That morning, I opened our group chat like any other day. At first, it was just memes and office jokes. Then I saw the images. The AI-generated wedding photos, my face, my body, paired with my male co-worker. In one image, we were holding hands. In another, he was lifting my veil. My stomach dropped. This wasn't funny. This was disturbing. The photos were posted by my female co-worker's husband. He added laughing emojis. Others joked that it looked real. I didn't respond. I couldn't. I felt frozen, embarrassed, and exposed. These weren't harmless edits. They crossed a line no one else seemed to notice. And the silence I kept, it hurt more than the jokes. Later that day, I showed everything to my husband. He didn't yell. He didn't argue. He just stared at the screen and asked quietly, "Why would they think this is okay?" I didn't know what to say. I tried to laugh it off. I told him it was just a joke, but even as I said it, my chest felt heavy. My husband told me the photos bothered him deeply. Instead of listening, I told him he was overreacting. That's the moment I regret the most. Because later that night, when I was alone, I imagined the roles reversed. If his co-workers made wedding photos of him with another woman, I would be crushed. And suddenly, I understood his pain. I started noticing things I had ignored before. How often that co-worker texted me. How late-night hangouts blurred boundaries. Nothing physical ever happened. But emotionally, lines were being crossed. The problem wasn't just the photos, it was disrespect. It was poor boundaries. And it was my failure to protect my marriage. I went back to my husband and apologized. Not quickly, not defensively, honestly. We talked for hours about trust, boundaries, and respect. The next day, I left that group chat. I stopped hangouts that excluded my husband, and I made it clear at work those jokes were not acceptable. Marriage doesn't break from one big betrayal. It breaks from small dismissals repeated over time. Technology is changing fast, and boundaries are getting blurry. If you were in my place, what would you have done? If this story made you think you're not alone, subscribe for real stories, real emotions, and real lessons. And if this hit close to home, leave a comment. Someone needs to hear they're not